What's good, everybody? It is your boy, the one and only King Tyson. Y'all, we back here for another episode 57, y'all. Episode 57, y'all. We back here for episode 57, man. On the Raw and Smack Talk, y'all. Thank y'all for pulling up with your boy, like I've been saying that on every episode. I appreciate everybody for pulling up, coming through, chilling with me in this middle of the week, y'all. It's the middle of the week again, y'all. It's the middle of the week. How y'all feeling out there, man? How are y'all feeling? How is the week going? I don't even know if I asked y'all on the last episode. How was the week? Hopefully it was successful, productive, and hopefully everything went your way. Hopefully everything went your way, man. I'm saying that truly and honestly, man. Hopefully everything went your way, y'all. Because times is hard right now. Times is a motherfucker. Times is hard right now. But anyway, we're not here to talk about hard times. We're here to talk about the Raw Smack Talk. We're here to talk about Raw. What happened on Monday Night Raw. This is goddamn episode 57, y'all. God damn it. Let's get it. I'm excited, y'all. I'm excited, man. I'm happy to be here. I appreciate everybody for commenting, reposting, posting, sharing, liking, man. Keep doing it, man. Keep doing it. As I told you, we're going up together in 2025, man. We're going up together in 2025. So yeah. So I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good too, y'all. I'm doing good. Like I said, we on episode 57. We came a long way from episode 1. A long way from episode 1. Episode 1 was, I went back and watched episode 1, and I was like, what the fuck was I doing? I said, what the fuck was I doing? But anyway, I appreciate y'all for, hanging there. Well, I appreciate my day ones, man, for real. I appreciate my day one-ish. I appreciate my day one-ish, for real, y'all. For whoever's been down, from episode 1, man, whoever's been down from episode 1 to 57, I appreciate y'all, man. And whoever's new, I appreciate you as well. Let's keep watching me. We're going to evolve together. Speaking of evolving, do y'all know that there's an all-woman PLE called Evolve, and that's going to be July 13th, Sunday, July 13th, y'all. Speaking of Evolve, the one and only, let's get into Raw. The one and only Rhea Ripley starts the show. Rhea Ripley starts the show, and she was talking about the new version of Evolve, y'all. Like I was saying, it's an all-woman PLE. So Rhea Ripley says she said she's gonna get her priorities in order, y'all. She's gonna get her priorities right, and her main focus is Io Sky. So speaking of Io Sky, the one and only Io Sky came out, and y'all, Io Sky came out, and we had no clue. Did y'all have a clue what the fuck Io Sky was saying? Did y'all have any clue what she was saying? Because I was like clueless. I was like, what the fuck is she saying? She started speaking in Japanese and shit. And I guess everybody was like, yeah, whatever to what you just said, whatever to what you just said. But anyway, so Io Sky basically said she talked to Adam Pearce. And Adam Pearce says to Io she can choose whoever she wants to fight at Evolve. So Io Sky, y'all, she chooses the one and only Rhea Ripley. Of course she chooses Rhea Ripley. And Rhea Ripley, she was like, are you sure this is what you want from a bitch? She said, you sure this is what you want? Because I'm going to beat the shit out you. I'm going to give you what you want, ho. So I'm going to give you what you want. Because at Evolve, it's you and me only. And before Rhea Ripley could leave, she was like, remember, you wanted this match, man. Remember, she said, after Evolve, remember that you wanted this. All right, so after Rhea Ripley said, after I whoop your ass, remember, this is how you wanted it. So y'all, like I said, one of the main matches, probably the main event at Evolution. I don't know why it's called Evolve. At Evolution, y'all, Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. Alright, let's keep it pushing, y'all. We got Dirty Dom and AJ Styles backstage. It was Dirty Dom and AJ Styles backstage. So tell me how y'all feeling about them two, AJ Styles and Dirty Dom. Do y'all believe AJ Styles is going to take the title from Dirty Dom? Put in the comments. Do y'all believe AJ Styles is going to take that shit? I believe AJ Styles is going to get it. Well, before I say that, I believe AJ Styles is going to get it eventually. He's going to get it eventually, y'all. Because I think Dirty Dom got, he's with the Judgment Day. They're gonna have a couple of tricks up. They see AJ Styles is not gonna get that championship the way he wants it. So Dirty Dom, he tells AJ Styles that he's still on medical leave. Well, I won't say medical leave, but he's still not fully cleared to wrestle, y'all. He's still not fully cleared to wrestle. So he also said, Adam Pearce said, if you fuck with me, you will lose your title shot, your chances of ever getting the IC title. So he pulled out the goddamn doctor's note and shit. So AJ Styles was like, let me see this bullshit. AJ Styles was like, let me see this bullshit. AJ Styles said, oh yeah, you're right. The doctor did say you're a punk ass bitch. The doctor said you're a punk ass bitch. He snatched that note from him and said, yeah. He said whenever, AJ Styles said, whenever we fight, he said, I'm gonna beat you so fucking bad, you're gonna want a goddamn doctor's note. You fucking with AJ Styles, he said, I'm gonna beat you so bad, you're gonna want a doctor's note. So AJ Styles and Dirty Dom, I don't know when, but soon. Put in the comments who y'all got winning the match once the match come about. So the Judgment Day, y'all just keep it moving. The Judgment Day versus the New Day. That match was crazy, y'all. As we know, we got the new tag team champions, and that's the Judgment Day. I was like, how they got two heel tag teams going against each other? How they got two heel tag teams going against each other? Usually they have one heel or one babyface, but they got two heels. But at the end of the match, after the Judgment Day won, the crowd was cheering. They was amped up. I guess they was more like, I won't say more like, they was more happy to see the Judgment Day take the titles off of the New Day. I was like, holy shit. So they were chanting, New Day sucks and shit. So I said, this match was crazy. So at one point, y'all look, at one point in the match, I thought the New Day had the match, because when they did that move called, it's called the Midnight Hour, when Big E was around. When Big E was around, that's one of their tag team finishes. The Midnight Hour, they did that on Finn Balor's punk ass, but Finn Balor ended up kicking out of that shit. I was like, oh shit. So the New Day tried to cheat at one point. Xavier Woods hit Finn Balor in the head with the goddamn tag team title, hit him in the back of the head with the championship, and Kofi Kingston pinned him, but he popped out of that shit. So like I said, by the end of it, JD did a backflip on the Xavier Woods, and then Finn Balor did his fucking finishing move on the Xavier Woods right after JD. And then the referee counts to 3, and that was it. We had a new tag team champions, and that is the Judgment Day, y'all. The Judgment Day new tag team champions. That's what's up, man. So kudos to Finn Balor and JD McDonough. Alright, how y'all feeling out there? How y'all feeling? So how y'all feeling about Bayley and Lyra Valkyria? We're moving on to Bayley and Lyra Valkyria, because they got a lot of issues going on right now. They got a lot of issues. So Bayley is basically blaming, last week, as we saw, Bayley lost to Becky Lynch for the Women's IC Championship. She lost to Becky Lynch. So Bayley's kind of blaming Lyra Valkyria, which is kind of true. It is Lyra Valkyria's fault that Bayley lost the match, because Lyra Valkyria got involved in the match, and she, hitting Becky Lynch in the face, and the ref on the bell, as we know. So it's a championship advantage. So Becky Lynch ended up getting the championship. So backstage, they was going in on each other, like going in. So Adam Pearce had to get involved. He was like, this is going to settle the match right here. He was like, this is going to settle it. Lyra Valkyria versus Bayley. And imagine whoever wins out of that will face Becky Lynch. I was thinking they're going to face Becky Lynch at Evolution, but we'll see. So we continued on, we're staying on backstage. Backstage was amped up with the Judgment Day. We backstage with the Judgment Day. So Adam and Nick Aldis was backstage, y'all, and they, they was getting ready. If y'all heard that, they was about to strip the titles off of Raquel and Liv Morgan. But Finn Balor was like, fuck that. He was like, we can give one of the titles to Roxanne Perez. So Nick and Adam Pearce, they agreed on it, and then they said under one condition. They said at Evolution there will be a women's fatal 4-way for the tag team championship. It will be Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez versus a tag team from Raw, a tag team from SmackDown, and a tag team from NXT, y'all. That shit is going to be crazy. So I can't wait to see that pay-per-view, y'all. Evolution, y'all. July 13th, right after Saturday night's main event. Well, I won't say right after, but the day after. The day after, goddammit. So, keep it moving, we got Rusev versus Sheamus. And the winner of that match was the one and only Rusev. Rusev beat the shit out of Sheamus. I mean, they both went in on each other, y'all. Y'all seen the match. They both went in on each other. So how y'all feeling about the match? Did y'all think Sheamus was gonna beat the shit out of Rusev? Because I thought Sheamus was gonna win. Sheamus was talking all that shit last week, but Sheamus ended up losing like a motherfucker. I was like, what the fuck? But they both was fucked up. Sheamus' face was red as a bitch too. I was like, god damn, Sheamus. And then also, Rusev put Sheamus in the accolade. I thought he was gonna tap out at that point. I was like, oh shit. So at the end of the match, Rusev ran Sheamus' throat into the goddamn ring post. I was like, oh shit, Sheamus is like, pause. That was a pause moment. But either way, he was choking and shit. Got back in the ring, Rusev super kicked Sheamus in his fucking face, and that was the match, y'all. That was a motherfucking match. What's good, y'all? This is the Raw Smack Talk episode 57, y'all. This is episode 57. With your boy, King Tyson, man. I'm amped up. We're in the middle of the week, y'all. How y'all feeling out there? Let's keep it pushing. Alright. So look, and then they had backstage, going backstage with Jackie. Jackie, she was interviewing American Made, and then Ivy stepped in, and she said she's gonna win the Women's Battle Royal, for Evolution. And as she was talking, El Grande Americano showed up. That piece of shit showed up. Grande Americano showed up, y'all. I was like, what the fuck? He was looking stupid. They ain't look like Americano either. He looked taller and slimmer. I was like, because the other one kind of looked like Chad Gable. So I'm confused. So who is Americano? Or who is El Grande Americano? Who the fuck is he? So that, so as they kept moving, backstage, see Sami Zayn. Just before she interviewed Sami Zayn, Karrion Kross came up. Remember, at Night of Champions, Sami Zayn defeated Karrion Kross. So Karrion Kross, said this is his payback. He beat the shit out of Sami Zayn backstage, and then he smacked him in his fucking chest, his stomach with a motherfucking steel pipe. I was like, oh shit. Karrion Kross is mad. So this is not the end of Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross, y'all. This is not the end. Alright. So speaking of the Women's Battle Royal the Women's Battle Royal at Evolution, and whoever wins that match, whichever woman wins that match will face the champion at Clash in Paris. That shit's gonna be crazy. So that's another advantage match right here. So whoever wins the match at Evolution will go on to face the champion at Clash in Paris. Alright, we're gonna keep it moving. And Gunther comes out. Gunther big bald-headed ass. I won't say bald-headed, but his big fat ass head comes out. Gunther fat ass head comes out. He was talking about the one and only Goldberg, of course. He talked about Goldberg. So how y'all feeling about Goldberg versus Gunther, y'all? I'd rather see Gunther win, but this is what they did. They made Jey Uso lose to Gunther, so Goldberg can face Gunther at Saturday night's main event, y'all, July 12th. So make sure y'all tune in for that match, and it is for the World Heavyweight Championship. So this is supposed to be Goldberg's last hurrah. So do y'all think Goldberg will take the championship away from Gunther? Put in the comments. I don't think Goldberg's gonna win. I swear to God, I don't think Goldberg's gonna win. Why would he come back and take the title? He got the storylines. They put him back in the WWE. What's going on? So I don't know. We'll just have to see, y'all. We just gonna have to fucking see. So Gunther says he knows Goldberg is capable of beating the shit out of him, but he says Gunther also knows that he can beat the shit out of Goldberg, y'all, under 3 minutes, y'all. Do y'all think Gunther can beat Goldberg in 3 minutes? I don't think so. I don't think that should be a match, a 3-minute match between Goldberg and Gunther. But we gonna have to see. Gunther said that's not his main goal though. He said his main goal is to fucking take his time with Goldberg, take him apart, blow him up, outclass him, and then embarrass his ass in front of everybody, in front of his family and friends, y'all. So Gunther said he gonna embarrass the motherfucking shit out of Gunther says that he's gonna Gunther says he's gonna show the world that Goldberg has never had it. He said Goldberg has never had it. He said he's trying to see if he got it. He's never fucking had it. Gunther says that after Saturday night's main event, he said he's gonna be the one to ask who's fucking next? Gunther said he's gonna ask he's gonna say who's next. Right after he said who's next, the one and only Seth Rollins come out. Seth Rollins, came out, and he said he came out to congratulate Gunther, on his win of beating Jey Uso. Seth Rollins said he flew all the way across the world just to make sure CM Punk doesn't become the world champion as long as Seth Rollins is in the company. He said he is standing on business, y'all. Seth Rollins said he is standing on business. He is not going to let CM Punk become champion. So Seth says to Gunther, Seth says to Gunther that he said, I got the Money in the Bank briefcase. He said, I'm letting y'all know that both champions, Raw and SmackDown champions, it's gonna be an all-out brawl on y'all ass. He said, I'm gonna go in on both champions. He said, don't think John Cena's safe, and he said to Gunther, don't think your ass is safe either, punk motherfucker. So CM Punk comes out, y'all. CM Punk comes out pissed off and amped up, and he started to beat the shit out of Seth Rollins. Seth ran like a motherfucker. He ran into the crowd and shit. And so Gunther and CM Punk, so look, Gunther was looking at CM Punk, and as CM Punk was about to leave, Gunther grabbed CM Punk, and CM Punk pushed Gunther and told him, he said, stay out of my goddamn way, motherfucker. He said, stay out of my fucking way. So that could be another rivalry right there. CM Punk and Gunther, y'all. Who will win that match? CM Punk versus Gunther. That's a match right there. So Seth was in the crowd, and all of a sudden LA Knight comes up from behind him and beat the shit out of him. So they was having like a goddamn backstage brawl. That what it kind of looked like. So by the end of it, Seth Rollins and LA Knight, y'all. Seth Rollins and LA Knight will be facing each other at Saturday night's main event. So that's another match right there. Seth Rollins versus LA Knight. Who is winning? Who the fuck is winning? So we keep it pushing. We're going to keep it pushing. Backstage, the Judgment Day, Finn and the rest of the Judgment Day voted to keep Roxanne as a member until Liv Morgan gets healed, y'all. So what's y'all comments on that, y'all? What is y'all comments? I think Finn Balor has an angle on the Judgment Day. I don't know if he's trying to dismantle the Judgment Day. I don't know if he just got a certain angle on Dirty Dom. So put in the comments, y'all. What do y'all believe Finn Balor is up to? Alright. So like I said, we had Bayley versus Lyra Vicarious. We keep it pushing. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to the one and only King Tyson, y'all. Let's get it, y'all. Let's go. I'm the undisputed champion around this bitch. Alright. So look, the match ended as a draw, y'all. Bayley versus Lyra Vicarious. The match ended in a draw. The shit was crazy. So after the match, they continued to fight each other. They said, fuck that shit. So they end up, now they're both heated. Now the rivalry is heated. So now I believe it's going to be a triple threat match. Bayley versus Lyra Vicarious versus Becky Lynch for the Women's IC Championship. So that's what I can see happening. So like I was just saying earlier, at Saturday night's main event, we got LA Knight versus Seth Rollins. And then, so speaking of LA Knight, CM Punk sees LA Knight backstage. I see him backstage. He says to LA Knight, he says, Seth Rollins belong to me, motherfucker. LA Knight said, bitch, I don't give a fuck. He said, you can have his ass 6 days a week. Oh, I give a fuck. He said, but at Saturday night's main event, Seth Rollins belongs to LA Knight. He said, Seth Rollins belongs to LA Knight. So look, let's move on to the main event, y'all. The main event before we close out on the show, man. I appreciate everybody for liking, sharing, subscribing, reposting, commenting, and doing all the above, man. Let's do it together. Let's keep it moving in 2025, man. Let's go up together. All right, let's get to the main event. Let's get it. Remember, we got Sami Zayn and Penta versus Braun. We're going to call him Braun. We're going to call him the Braun. So look, do y'all think Sami and Penta was a good tag team in this match? Because I think so. They did a goddamn thing in this match. Sami and Penta did a goddamn thing. They both was doing a little walking move like Penta be doing. And then they both flipped on the Braun outside the ring. I said, God damn. So I call him Braun. If y'all know who Braun is, it's Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. That's Braun. So that's the tag team name. So at the end of it, Braun ended up winning the match. I said, God damn. They got They got fucked up. Braun got fucked up. Penta and Sami Zayn got fucked up. This shit was crazy. So how y'all feel about the match overall? Which I rate the match 1 to 10. Rate the match 1 out of 10, y'all. What do y'all rate this match? Sami Zayn versus Braun. So at one point, y'all, Paul Heyman tried to distract the referee, and Bronson Reed knocked down Penta on the top rope, and then Bronson gave Penta a fucking Frankenstein. He gave him the motherfucking Frankenstein. I was like, god damn. So Bronson ended up trying to do his goddamn finisher on Penta, but he missed it. His big ass missed doing a tsunami splash to Penta. He shook the whole fucking ring. That big tight. Let me shut up. Wait away, so Sammy gave Bronson a nice ass super suplex, and then Braun speared his ass, and Braun speared him. So Braun pins and he won against Sami Zayn. And then so after the match, it wasn't over. The bronze was not done. The bronze was not done, y'all. So Braun speared Penta, and then Bronson Reed was about to get on top rope to do the tsunami splash, but the one and only Jey Uso, y'all. Jey Uso came out there with a steel fucking chair. Came out there, he smacked the shit out of Braun Breaker in the back with that fucking chair. He smacked the shit out of that. He smacked the shit out of Braun Breaker, y'all. And then he got in where he super kicked Bronson Reed and threw the goddamn steel chair at Bronson Reed's face, y'all. This shit was crazy. So it's Jey Uso, y'all. Jey Uso is back. So I can see a goddamn 6-man tag team match coming about, y'all. 6-man tag team match. Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, Penta versus the Bronze and Seth Rollins. I can see that coming, y'all. So alright. So that was episode 57, y'all. Episode 57 is down and out, y'all. Appreciate y'all for coming through. I say it on every episode. Appreciate it. Let's go up together, y'all. Let's keep liking, sharing, and subscribing, and reposting at the same time, y'all. Let's do this together in 2020. So we're gonna see what's going on, on SmackDown. We're gonna see our new king and queen of the ring, and that is the one and only Cody Rhodes and Jade Cargill. So we're gonna see what's going on this side of the world on Friday, and right after that, we're gonna have Raw Smack. So episode 58, y'all. Episode 58. So y'all tune in for that. Alright? So like I said on every episode, y'all, I could have been anywhere in the world, but you're right here with the one and only King Tyson. And I will see y'all on episode 58. Alright? And I'm out.